Spoiler warning, this video talks about me getting sick and puking all over the place pretty much the entire time. So if you don't want to see that, well, freak off, you big ugly. When I was small, my family had this tradition of visiting my grandparents whenever the holidays rolled out. Usually this happened during the summer or winter break that my school had, and to visit them we had to travel a lot. It was usually a 4 to 5 hour trip from our house to theirs by roads since we lived in two completely different states. And I do love visiting them and all, but I had one big problem at that time, and that was car sickness. Man, I can't tell you how many total times I've puked in my entire childhood. The number probably goes over 100. Since we pretty much traveled by car every time, I can say that things always seem to get a little bit messy. More like gross and wet messy, but that's irrelevant, right? It usually happened like this. Me minding my own business and then suddenly... Mom? Yeah? In fact, at one point my mom started carrying polythene bags so that she wouldn't have to clean all the, mess. Smart move on your side, Mom. Oh, random memory. I remember we were just going to a grandparents' house, like normal, and I had this super bad urge to puke. But I just held it all the way. And the funny thing about this was, as soon as I reached my grandparents' house, the first thing I did was, "Hello, dear." At least I saved some polythenes that day. Haha, okay, I'll stop. Another time, I remember we were traveling somewhere and it was a long trip. I don't remember much, but what I do remember is I got car sick,
as I always do,
and I didn't have enough time to ask Mom to give me a polythene to puke into, and so I opened the window and, well, let's just say for goodness sake that my side door never stayed the same. Now that I think of it, it must have been really weird for anyone to see that. And the thing about throwing up is that it's disgusting. In fact, if I ever would make a things that I hate list, throwing up would probably be on the second number after school. First of all, your mouth tastes horrible, you create a mess, everyone's angry with you, you just spit out your lunch, and now you're hungry again, but no one trusts you not to eat, and so they don't even allow you to do anything, and I don't know, the list goes on and on. But worst of all are the times when they start giving you pills to not throw up. And if there's something I can say from experience, it's that medicine always makes things worse. Like always. Don't do drugs, kids. I remember that my mom used to give me this pill that tasted super weird, and if it didn't stop me from throwing up, all it did was make things worse. That is, more throwing up, I guess. And sometimes what happened was that I would be car sick even though I didn't have anything to eat. And that's after considering that I didn't even have water. Basically, I'll be puking except nothing would come out and I'll still be queasy nevertheless. I don't exactly know what caused me to get car sick every time. Maybe it was just that the road was a little bit bumpy or something, but then again, who cares? After all, my car sickness eventually did stop by the time I was 10, I think. And I haven't puked because of car sickness ever since then. Happy ending.